Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Shisha with Sahil. I'm spoiling you, 2 in 4 days. This time we're going back to reviewing movies, the latest one being Mission Impossible Fallout. This movie came out last week, I saw it Friday night. Before I go into my review, just want to let you know that this is a spoiler review. It will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to have it ruined for you, stop this, go watch the movie and then come back if you want to hear my thoughts. So let's get into it. Mission Impossible is one of my favorite franchises. I think it's one of the best ones around in Hollywood in terms of action films. I think apart from the second Mission Impossible, I've enjoyed all of them. Ghost Protocol for me was the best one leading up to Fallout. So I was really going into this movie with high hopes, especially with the trailer and the additions of Henry Cavill in particular. So what did I think? This is one of the best action movies I have seen in a long time. The action sequences are absolutely incredible. This whole franchise prides itself on its action sequences, and this movie doesn't disappoint. It's literally one breathtaking set piece to another. I lost count of the number of times I was jumping out of my seat with pure excitement, and what makes it even more thrilling is knowing that the main actors, Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, they perform the stunts themselves. They actually flew the helicopters themselves, and I loved the action sequences even more because of that. In terms of the movie and the plot, you've got to bear in mind that this is the first time that they've got a returning director. So Christopher McQuarrie, who directed the last Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, is back to direct Fallout. And that was a little bit of a risk, because one thing that's made this franchise so interesting is that every movie prior to Fallout has been directed by a different director. So each movie has had its own feel, its own vibe, whilst obviously sticking to the core. But I have to say, Christopher McQuarrie did a great job. This movie is fantastic, and I cannot go any further without first mentioning Tom Cruise. This guy is incredible. Whatever plaudits he gets, whatever money he makes, the millions and millions of dollars he makes, he deserves all of it, if not more. How he puts his body on the line by performing these stunts, it would be very easy for him to get a stunt double, but he does it all himself. There was that famous incident, which you probably heard, where he actually, in one of the set pieces in this movie, he shatters his ankle. And being the consummate professional he is, after shattering his ankle, he still finishes the scene. You'll know which scene I'm talking about when you see it in the movie. It genuinely made me wince. There's a couple of other action sequences. There's one in there's a hand-to-hand combat scene in the men's washroom, which is brilliant. There's a chase scene in Paris, which is superb. And then the kind of culmination with the helicopter action sequence, which you've probably seen bits of in the trailer, is one of the standout action sequences you'll ever see in Hollywood. And Tom Cruise is a big part of that. He is one of his kind, and whenever he hangs his coat up and whenever he retires, action movies in Hollywood will be worse off without him, because he is a genuine thriller-minute actor like no other. The supporting cast is, again, fantastic. Simon Pegg is brilliant at what he does. His humor is spot on, his timing is spot on, and he's a great asset to this franchise. Some of the newer additions, Vanessa Kirby, gotta mention her. You will know her from, if you watch The Crown. She was in the first couple of seasons of The Crown. She plays Princess Margaret, and she is superb in this. She is captivating, she's mesmerizing, and when she's on screen, you can't take your eyes off her. She's brilliant. Henry Cavill, who, spoiler alert, plays the antagonist in the movie, is good, and he's fantastic in the action sequences. What I will say is that I was hoping for a bit more menace. Once it's revealed in the movie that he's the antagonist, I would have hoped that his character completely changed and he showed a lot more menace than he did. The problem with Henry Cavill is because leading up to this movie, he's always played positive roles. You know, the protagonist, Superman being the main one. You're used to him in a positive role and liking him. Here, he's the antagonist, and you're meant to dislike him, but I can't still help but like him because he's Henry Cavill. So I was probably hoping for more menace and anger and rage from him that didn't really materialize. So that would be a negative, in my opinion. The other thing is they reveal he's the antagonist very early on. I'd say about halfway through the movie. And I think it would have worked better if they reveal that later on, maybe 3/4 of the way through. I think that reveal, that twist, happens a bit too soon in the movie for my liking, but I'm nitpicking. Overall, I would say this movie is fantastic. It's a superb edition of the franchise. Christopher McQuarrie did a great job. Tom Cruise is once again the absolute standout. The action sequences are unreal. I would actually, I said this after I saw the movie, but I would love to get all the Bollywood directors who do action movies in India, and I would love to get them all in a cinema screen and make them watch this movie to show them what an action movie is all about, what a perfect action movie in terms of sequences is all about. This is the benchmark. And unfortunately, Bollywood movies, and I know I shouldn't be comparing, but you know, Bollywood is a huge industry and they spend a lot of money, and they really need to step up their mark when it comes to action sequences, because this is the barometer. So I'll finish this off by saying Mission Impossible Fallout, fantastic. One of the best in the franchise. I'd say as good as Rogue Nation, maybe just a touch below Ghost Protocol, but not by much, and one of the best action movies I've seen in a very long time. I will give this a 7.5, almost an 8 out of 10. Go see it. It's fantastic, and let me know your comments. Comment below. Ask me anything you want, and until next time, have a great week and stay safe.